14.604 for Butch Schroeder. Let's see what he can do on the second lap as he's got a good line again. Even quicker at 14.584, 14.584, and that's fast time of the evening for Butch Schroeder. Your next qualifier in the number, oh, we got trouble in turn 2. We're going to throw the red flag and get over there right away.
He was way too high when it way.
Well, we're checking on Jason Johnson right now, 17-year-old driver over there. And this young gentleman comes all the way from the great state of Louisiana to come run here this evening. And it looks like he's climbed out of the car. He's okay. How about a big hand for Jason Johnson, the 17-year-old pilot out of Louisiana.
Dave Jones, the 4D at Distal, Todd Heller in the 14H, and Rusty McClure in the 09. That's the way they're scheduled to go, but apparently, you remember Rusty McClure having problems in qualifying. He's scratched from this event as we get set to turn him loose in less than one lap. Watch your starter out of 4 down the front stretch. And we're going to try and get him started once again. As Stover had just a little bit of a jump on that start. Landon Stover in the 2M. He's going to bring him back, looking for the green flag. Green flag's waving, we're underway. Kelly Kinzer in the 4 car has the early lead as he jumps out to quite an advantage. Frankie Kerr in the 23 car got problems in turn number 2. Scott Jones in the 8 car with problems in turn number 2, reason for that caution. And no laps have been completed, so we're gonna try it one more time. Trying to get things started here in the 16th Annual Ohio Outlaw Sprint Speed Week right here at Flag City Motorsports Park. Third time's always a charm as they're slow into turn number 3. Stover now watching for the green flag. He picks up the pace out of 4 down the front stretch. Carbon copy of last time is Kelly Kinzer in the 4 car jumps out to the early advantage. Here comes Frankie Kerr in the 23 on the outside of Stover as they go into turns 3 and 4. Kerr working the high side, Kinzer working the low side. We got a good battle up front. Kelly Kinzer in the 4, Frankie Kerr in the 23. Checking out on the rest of the field, Kelly Kinzer continuing to work the bottom as Frankie Kerr using the high groove. John Ivey now moving up into 3rd as Frankie Kerr takes the lead down the front stretch. Kelly Kinzer trying to come back on the bottom. Frankie Kerr, the 23, your leader. Kelly Kinzer in the 4 now working the high groove. Now in the 28 trying to work John Ivey as they battle for 3rd position. Paulus out on the bottom, Ivey on the high side. John Ivey able to hold him off down the front stretch. We're halfway through heat race number 1. Paulus in the 28 now is able to move around John Ivey as Frankie Kerr continues to check out on the rest of this field. Kelly Kinzer in the 4, here comes Paulus in the 28, John Ivey in the 5i. Schroeder in the 17, and Stover in the 2F. headed back to the 28 of Paulus. Ivy and Schrader now. They're doing battle side by side. Here comes Kerr picking up the checkered flag. Heat race number 1. Kelly Kinzer finishing second. Paulus finishing third. Good battle for fourth. John Ivy's able to hold off Schroeder, Shad Kimmenaugh, and Stover. That's the way they finished for heat race number 1. The 16th annual Ohio Outlaw Sprint Speedweek officially underway here at Flag City Motorsports Park.
White flag has already been displayed. That means next time by, they'll come by for 8 quick laps. They fire from the white line in turn number 4. And your starter will turn them loose here in the front stretch if everything looks good. They're out of 4. Let's see what happens. We're underway. Greg Wilson wastes no time in the 99, but Alvin Rupke seems to have the fast line down the inside. Joey Saldana in 17 tucks in, and then it's Mark Keegan and Tim Allison. With a huge lead, and now Saldana on the move into 17 as he gets by Rupke. Joey Saldana now running in that second spot. Rupke running third, Allison fourth, and Mark Keegan rounding out the top 5. Dean Jacobs working hard in the 92 up on the high side. Jacobs falls back a little bit off the paces. Keegan in a hot battle with Tim Allison. Saldana trying to gain some real estate on the 99 as they make their way down the front stretch one more time. Wilson, Saldana, Alvin Rupke. Then Dean Jacobs now taking over the 5th spot from Mark Keegan, and Jacobs has the car hooked up. In turn number 2 as the caution flag comes out. Judy Bates in the 121 car spinning, coming out of turn 2. Come out of turn number 4 in single file order, and we are underway. Joey Saldana with a good bite on the lead as he takes it away from Greg Wilson. Saldana, your new leader, down the front stretch he comes. One more lap to go. Last time around, out of turn 4 is Dean Jacobs going to work. Saldana will win the event. Second to Wilson. Third to Rupke. Then it's Allison and Dean Jacobs. Here's your winner, coming out of turn number 4. How about a big hand for Joey Saldana? He is your track record holder. Nobody has beaten his time of 14.250, and he's going to take it into the infield and back to the pit area. Has been given. Next time by, we'll be racing underway.
Tipo bringing them slowly through turn number 4. On the hammer out of 4, down the front stretch. Green flag is waving. This one counts. We're underway. 3 wide for the lead. Todd Kane in the 63 car taking it on the high side as we got him racing down the backstretch. Todd Kane in the 63 car continuing to lead. Battle now is shaping up for second, third, and fourth. Bobby Tipo has second position. Good battle now for third. Hodges in the 8, battling the 92 car Gobrek. In the yellow and red number 7 car moving up. He's currently running in the 5th position. As Todd Kane in the 63 continues to lead down the front stretch. We're halfway through. He raced number 3. Here comes Sarah Fisher working the bottom of Huntley. As they battle side by side, turns 2 down the backstretch, still side by side, wheel to wheel. Huntley on the outside, Sarah Fisher on the inside. Huntley able to hold off Fisher as they go down the front stretch. Meanwhile, back up front, it's Todd Kane in the 63, followed by Bobby Tipo in the 8. The yellow number 8, that's Hodges. And Gobrek in the 92 car. The 63 car. Hodges now trying to close in the back of Tipo, losing a little bit of ground. Huntley and Fisher still going at it down the backstretch. And here comes Todd Kane, the 63 car, picking up heat race number 3. Good battle for third. Bobby Tipo in the 8 car finishing second. Not sure who picked up third. The 92 of Gobrek or Hodges in the number 8 car. Kevin Gobrek did manage to get by Hodges.
Sprint cars will be here, as well as the Stocker division, racing at 6 p.m., and we'd like to have you out here July the 12th. Here we go at turn number 4. Green flag is out and we're underway. Kaufman takes him down the backstretch, and Kaufman will be your leader. Liber running second, Wilson on the outside of him. Whoa, they come together. Chuck Wilson in trouble. He's going to get her back up, and the caution flag is out. As the 42C of Cockrell has spun in turn number 4, and that'll bring out our caution flag. No laps are scored on paper. That means a complete restart to the field. Underway. Liber this time will take the field down the backstretch as Keith Kaufman settles into that second spot. Then it's Chuck Wilson rounding out the top 3 as they make their way down the front chute. Kaufman on the outside looking for the lead, and Keith Kaufman is your new leader. Trouble in turn 4. Jonathan Stevens spins. Oh! And just getting by the 2+ of Jason Smith as we bring out the caution. Our 4th 4th cars having some trouble working in the right groove here at the racetrack, as they're not able to complete a lot of laps under green, and we slow them back down, send them in single file order. Single file order, Dwayne Lieber, call him what you will, he's going to take the green. And the 28 of Chris Nagy going under the cone, that's going to cost him a spot or two, as the caution flag is out. Dwayne Lieber, your leader in 62. Keith Kaufman in the U2, the 31 of Chuck Wilson. Rob Cheney in 42 and Kenny Jacobs in 94, as we're going to pass the outside of the cone one more time and go green. Once again, Kaufman jumping out into the lead as Lieber settling back into that second spot. Wilson running third, and here comes Kenny Jacobs. Jacobs on the move into 94 as he works the high side going into turn number 3, and now he'll duck underneath Chuck Wilson in 31. Chuck Wilson now closing in on Dwayne Lieber in 62 as we approach the halfway point this time by. Kenny Jacobs now getting into the thick of the battle for second as Kaufman with a huge lead. He's got a quarter of a track, almost a half a track lead now on the rest of the field as they are battling for that second spot. Oh, we got trouble in turn 2. Car spins and the caution is out, but too late. Tim Kern got caught up in the loose stuff, and that cost him a position as Rob Cheney grabbed it away, but Kern right back down the backstretch. And now Cheney with a burst of speed. Back and forth like prize fighters. They're going at it. Lots of battles going on all over the racetrack, but Keith Kaufman just putting it to the floor as the white flag comes out. 1 lap to go. Down the backstretch they go, and into turn 3, and what a shot by Kenny Jacobs! Jacobs on the move, out of turn number 4. Lieber will take home second, Jacobs gets third, fourth will go to Chuck Wilson, and fifth to Tim Kern, but what a move by Kenny Jacobs in 94. He put on a show there going down the backstretch and into turn 3, and that earned him a top 3 spot. Your winner, Keith Kaufman in the U2. Second went to Dwayne Lieber. Third to Kenny Jacobs. Fourth to Chuck Wilson. And fifth went to Tim Kern. And that concludes qualifying heats for our sprint cars this evening.
Set to turn him loose for 4 quick laps around the Flag City Motorsports Park. Keith Kaufman in the U2 will lead him back to the green flag. There's the green flag waving. 3 wide into turn number 1. Keith Kaufman, your leader in the U2. Gobrecht in the 92. Here comes Saldana in the 17. What a move! He puts a move on Gobrecht for the 2nd position down the front stretch. Saldana now in the 17 car. He's got his sights set on Kaufman. He's going to try and reel him in. He doesn't have much time to do it as we're halfway through. Flag should be waving this time by Keith Kaufman in the U2, your leader, followed by Joey Saldana, Gobrecht in the 92, Jacobs in the 92, and the other Jacobs in the 94. Keith Kaufman in the U2, picking up the victory, followed by Saldana, Gobrecht, Dean Jacobs, Kenny Jacobs, and Frankie Kerr. That was indeed 4 quick laps around the Flag City Motorsports Park. Keith Kaufman in the U2 picking up the victory, the commercial truck and trailer dash event here this evening.
Once again, how about a nice hand for Keith Kaufman, winner of the dash.
Looks like we're going to turn him loose next time by Kevin Huntley in the 7. The 4J of Jonathan Stevens at your front row. The battle watch in this event will be for that 4th position, as only the top 4 cars will transfer to the feature event. Kevin Huntley bringing him slow through turn 4. He's on the hammer, looking for the green flag. We're underway. Well, we have a car looped up in turn number 4. Reason for the yellow flag before we could get this event even started. Stevens in the 4J in front row as they'll lead him back to the green flag. Keep your eye on Mark Keegan in the X car. He had quite a good jump last time. As we're underway once again. We got him 3 wide for the lead. Kevin Huntley in the 7 car, able to hold off Keegan in the X. Kevin Huntley in the 7 continuing to lead over Mark Keegan. Jonathan Stevens in 3rd. Here comes Paul Weaver in the 8 car. One of the local favorites here at Flag City Motorsports Park, Paul Weaver in the 8. He's in the final transfer position, being challenged now on the outside by the 6C car. Paul Weaver and Ken Burton battling down the backstretch for the final transfer position. Meanwhile, back up front, it's Kevin Huntley in the 7, followed by Mark Keegan, Jonathan Stevens, Paul Weaver in the 8S. Here comes Chad Kimina on the 15 car as he works his way around Burton. Kimina now in the 15 car running 5th. He's got his sights set on Paul Weaver for that final transfer position. Back up front, Kevin Huntley in the 7 car with a sizable lead over Mark Keegan. Huntley now starting to work his way through slower traffic. Battle shaping up for 3rd. Mark Keegan in the X, followed by Jonathan Stevens. Now here's your battle for that final transfer position. Chad Kimina in the 15 car. Yellow flag is up. Well, we got problems in turn number 4. Bringing out the red flag. Appears to be Brian Smith in the 2+ car, one of the cars involved. Kevin Huntley in the 7 car involved in that accident. That gives the race lead over to Mark Keegan in the X car, followed by the 4J at Jonathan Stevens, Paul Weaver in the 8S, and Chad Kimenall in the 15. Your top 4 automobiles, those will be the top 4 that transfer to the feature event if they can maintain those positions. Looks like the 6C right on Kimenall's back bumper. The battle for 4th, that's the one to watch, because that will determine who goes to the feature and who doesn't. As we get set to turn them loose right here in the front stretch, right in front of you, everybody has to go to the outside of that cone. Very slow back to the green flag, it's waving. Keegan gets a good jump on that green flag as he's got quite an advantage over Stevens. Kimenall now on the 15, working around Paul Weaver. Can't get it done in turn number 4. The battle is for 3rd between Paul Weaver and Chad Kimenall. If those two can maintain their positions, they will both transfer to the feature event. Now able to get around Paul Weaver as the top 4 have quite a sizable advantage over the 5th position. Mark Keegan in the X car continuing to lead, followed by Jonathan Stevens. Chad Kimenall now closing in on the 2nd place automobile of Stevens. Paul Weaver comfortably in 4th place. Mark Keegan in the X car continuing to lead. Jonathan Stevens in 2nd in the 4th. Turn number 4. Mark Keegan will pick up that victory in the X car, followed by Jonathan Stevens, Chad Kimenall in the 15, Paul Weaver in the 8S. And those will be the top 4 cars that will transfer to the feature event. Tough break for Bobby Allen in the 1 car. Finishing in the 5th position, the top 4 will transfer to the feature event. Mark Keegan, Jonathan Stevens, Chad Kimenall, and Paul Weaver. Those will be the 4 cars transferring to the feature event.
Let's give them the send-off they deserve this time. Wave your hats, wave your programs, stand up and give them a cheer. There they are, 24 of the best sprint car drivers you'll see right here at Flag City Motorsports Park. And they're waving back at you, and they can feel the intensity now. Nice job, fans. Way to go. And now they go back to their 2 abreast. It'll be Frankie Kerr and Jonathan Stevens, Dean Jacobs and John Ivey, Kenny Jacobs and Brooke Tatnell, Tim Allison and Butch Schroeder, Joey Saldana and Kevin Gobrecht, Keith Kaufman and Kelly Kinzer, Mark Keegan and Rocky Hodges, Chuck Wilson and Greg Wilson, Todd Kane and Elvin Repke, Bobby Teeple, Dwayne Leiber, Brian Paulus, Paul Weaver, Tim Kern, and Chad Kemanaugh. Signal is given. White flag is out. We go racing next time by. 30 laps, $4,000 on the line. For those of you weak at heart, close your eyes on the green because they're going to thunder out of turn number 4, and we're going to turn them loose for all the money in the checkered flag. Green flag is in the starter's hand. He's got it ready. They fire from the white line in turn 4. Here we go. Caution flag out for a spin over in turn number 4. No laps in the book or on the paper. White flag out to the field once again. Next time by, we'll cut them loose one more time as the field again bunched up 2 abreast, 12 rows deep. Set to do battle. Caution flag has now been removed. The light is out. Keep your eye on the pace truck as the caution lights are now off on that vehicle, and that means we turn them loose in turn 4. Pick your favorite now. We'll see who's going to be in victory lane about 30 circuits around as they make their way into turn 4. Nice and tight. Frankie Kerr will lead them out of turn number 4. Here we go.
Bobby Teeple with the problem in turn number 2 as he looped his car around. And still no laps completed in this event yet. And the pace truck pulls into the infield as Frankie Kerr will lead him to the green flag. Third time's a charm. We'll see if we can get a lap completed this time. They're bunched up on the start. Green flag is waving. We got one car on its side. Looks like everybody's going to get around. Problems in turn number 2. Red flag. Red flag is out on the track. That's the Ford J car of Jonathan Stevens. Don't think there's too much damage to that vehicle as he just tipped over, didn't do any hard tumbling. They might be able to get that car going after they get it pulled back over, get it pushed. I bet you that thing will still run. Looks like they're going to try and start 3 wide. I don't know if the officials will let them do it. Green flag is waving. No start. Yellow flag comes out. Brooke Tatnell in the 7K not lined up in the correct position. Reason for the non-start. Less than half a lap away from turning them loose. for the 4th time. Hopefully we'll get it right. And we'll go green flag for all 30 laps as Frankie Kerr will lead them back to the green flag. They're on the hammer out of 4. Green flag is waving. Kenny Jacobs in the 94 car with a nice jump up to 2nd. Dean Jacobs, though, back on the bottom as they race side by side. Kenny able to hold them off down the front stretch. We got problems in turn 2. Problems in turn 2. Looks like the 7K car with problems. That's Brooke Tatnell. He gets a little bit sideways in turn number 2 and collects one other car. The white 17 of Schroeder. See if they're awake this time as we wave the green flag. We're underway, really, this time. Battle up front, Frankie Kerr, Kenny Jacobs in the 94, followed by Dean Jacobs in the 92. Here comes Saldana in the 17 out of nowhere. Saldana and John Ivy doing battle now. Saldana working the bottom of Tim Allen out of turn number 4 down the front stretch side by side, wheel to wheel into turn number 1. Frankie Kerr continuing to lead out of turn number 4. Continuing to lead over Kenny Jacobs in the 94, Dean Jacobs in the 92. Saldana now in the 17, closing in. Good battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. John Ivy, Keith Kaufman, and Tim Allen as a yellow flag is out. Watch your starter out of 4. Green flag's out. We're underway. Frankie Kerr in the 23 car continuing to lead over Kenny Jacobs. Keep your eye on the 17 car. Joey traffic as he's coming up on a large group of slower cars. Kenny Jacobs in the 94, Joey Saldana in the 17. Dean Jacobs in the 92, that's the top 4 automobiles. The battle is for 5th between Tim Allen and John Ivy. It's Tim Allen now and Keith Kaufman following through, both able to get by the 5i of John Ivy. Meanwhile, back up front, Frankie Kerr in the 23 car working his way through a heavy bunch of traffic coming out at turn number 2 down the backstretch. Looks like Dean Jacobs in the 92 car starting to close in just a bit on Joey Saldana as he's held up just a bit from the slower traffic. Some slower traffic in turn number 1. Still maintaining quite a little bit of a lead, about 10 car lengths over Kenny Jacobs in the 94. Joey Saldana in 3rd. Dean Jacobs in the 92, still your top 4. Tim Allen and Keith Kaufman running 5th and 6th. Good battle for those positions. Second now as Joey Saldana looks low. Kenny Jacob high. Kenny able to hold him off into turn number 3. Joey Saldana now goes low. Tries to pull a slide job. Can't get it done out of turn number 2. Kenny Jacobs in the 94 still able to hold off Joey Saldana in the 17. Sizable lead over second place, Kenny Jacobs. Joey Saldana still right on Kenny Jacobs' back bumper. Turn number 3, trying to put a lap on Alvin Repke in the 99. Frankie Kerr now coming up on Paul Weaver, Chad Kimmenall. Those are the next 2 cars to go a lap down. Frankie Kerr setting a torrid pace here tonight. Here at Flag City Motorsports Park. We'll see if Frankie Kerr can make his way through the slower traffic without any problems. Last time the All-Stars were here, Joey Saldana was leading. He got caught up by his slower cars incident. Frankie Kerr still leading. Good battle for second between Kenny Jacobs and Joey Saldana. Saldana now looking low. He's got the position. Jacobs, though, fighting back on the outside. He got squeezed to the wall. Saldana takes the position, putting the slide job on Kenny Jacobs and making it work. It was close, though. Jacobs now gives him a little tap, showing him how much he appreciated that move as they went down the front stretch. Jacobs now trying to go to the low side of Saldana. Can't quite get around him. Meanwhile, here comes Dean Jacobs in the 92. He works to the low side of Kenny. Dean tried to pull the same move that Saldana did not work. Meanwhile, back up front, it's still Frankie Kerr continuing to work through slower traffic. The battle is for second between Saldana and the 94 of Kenny Jacobs. White flags being displayed one more time around for your leader, Kenny Jacobs, in the 23 car. Here he comes, Frankie Kerr in the 23 picking up that victory. Joey Saldana second, followed by Kenny Jacobs in the 94, Dean Jacobs in the 92, Keith Kaufman in the U2. Your unofficial finishing positions for this event as they're still racing back to the line.
A nice hand for your feature winner, Frankie Kerr. Frankie, excellent job. You made it look easy tonight. Car looked like it was hooked up no matter where you went, high or low. How did it feel out there?
Whole race, car was pretty good, but I didn't realize, if anybody was there or not, so I was just gassing the hell out of it, and we're splitting them hot cars and doing things, and it was great to win at Speedweek, and I'd like to thank David Brown Motors, Pro Shocks, George Gillespie's here helping us, and Eagle Chassis. You guys need to get them, or I hope you don't get them.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is the opening night of Sprint Speed Week. You go tomorrow to Wayne County Speedway, and you're on your way down to Attica for the big one for $10,000 to win. You gotta like your chances of winning Speed Week for 1998, as you really had a great night tonight.
Well, Carter said, if we don't do nothing else this year, win Speed Week for me. And I said, okay.
Well, you're off to a good start. You got night number 1 in now. Amy, come on over here with the trophy as we present our championship trophy to Frankie Kerr for winning the first leg of the 16th annual Ohio Sprint Speed Week. There he is. He's your winner tonight for the first leg of Sprint Speed Week. How about a nice big hand for Frankie Kerr?
Why don't you take that from that little kid? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to supposed to be race 3. Last night got rained out. Tonight we're in Skyline Speedway, Stewart, Ohio. All I know is it's a couple back roads off the highway. Last time they raced here was in 1991. This guy finished second. He won the last time the All-Stars raced. Well, you pretty much just, you led every lap, you smoked them.
Yeah, we were pretty good, Finley there. We had everything dialed in, and hopefully it'll continue.
Obviously, you're the point leader here at Ohio Speed Week since we only had one race. Is it important to you to win that Speed Week?
Yeah, my owner wants us to win it. It's kind of important to him. And we were just kind of hoping all week rained out after the first night, but no. But no. That was a shame last night got rained out because that's one of our better places too. And we'll just have to give them heck tonight.
91, do you remember this track?
It's been a while, but yeah, I remember it. I remember being here. I remember running second, and that's all I remember.
It's a tight little bull ring. Anything different you do here compared to other ones, or just the run-of-the-mill, bang your way to the front? What do you got to do?
Just another racetrack. When we were here, it was real slick, so you had to have your car working real good, and we started way in the back and run second, so we'll see what happens.
Don't get off in the infield.
No, you'll be swimming.
All righty, thanks a lot, good luck.
Okay.
We're in the pits with the driver, the 92, Dean Jacobs. Talk about flexible. I seen you at Attica running USAC. That was exciting. We all know about that one already. Then the following weekend, you win at Attica. The next night, Eldora. What happened there?
Well, we put together a brand new car, and we took apart a brand new car too. We tore it up pretty good there. Just got in the corner too high, too hard, and got on the right front, and the brakes weren't real good yet, and just got her in a fence. And guess that happens to them new cars just like the old cars.
They all pretty much race the same at Eldora. What about this place, Skyline?
I don't know. We was here a few years back. It got real slick that time, but I've talked to a lot of kids around home that coming here racing local shows. That's been pretty nice. It looks a little dry now. We'll just have to see. We drew a good pill to qualify, so hopefully that'll play to our advantage.
If it gets a little bit too dry, you can always go down the infield, maybe get a little bit of moisture,
yeah,
huh?
There's plenty of moisture in the infield. I pity anybody who gets in there. I think they're in trouble.
Time trials, how'd you pull?
We pulled a 9 pill, so we're in good shape. So I think that could play a key role tonight if it gets as slick as I think it's going to.
Alrighty, well, warm-ups are next. He's got to get ready and get going. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, guys.
The vehicle I can take anywhere.
Car number L5, Lonnie Dars. Lonnie Dars. Lonnie Dars in the L5 car out to qualify.
Does the guy in the truck be calling these to me?
Yes,
See the one that's calling them?
I guess so.
14919.
14919. 14919. From Elkhart, Indiana, Brett Mann in car number 19. Brett Mann in 19. Thirteen, 861. 13, 861. Thirteen, 693. 13, 693.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Off turn 4, we're free, we're gone. Down into 1 and 2, Keith Kaufman takes off the lead out of turn 2 and up to Maxton. Jimmy Stinson in car 99 right behind him with Kelly Kinzer coming on strong. Kinzer goes down to the inside of Stinson on turn number 4. Kaufman leads him down into turn number 1. Stinson trying to hold Kinzer back. Here comes Bobby Temple, Ohio on the outside. Lonnie Dars down in turn number 1, spins it out. Lonnie Dars in car number 5L. Here they come. Keith Kaufman brings the field to life. We're green, we're gone. He did it. Hurry, hurry. Hey, here they come. Keith Kaufman brings around, puts lap number 2 in the book. This time by Jimmy Stinson. He gets up a little high. Kelly Kessler gets down to the inside. Kessler takes over second out of the back chute. Kelly Kessler on the move in the 4K cars. He brings it down out of turn number 4. Low on the bottom of the speedway. Stevens, the young lion in car number 4J. Then Randy Kinzer in car number 14 as they tighten the field up on the backstretch. Making sure everybody is in position. 43 cars took time trials here this evening for the third leg of the Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Mark, who causes the yellow two, is circled at the bottom, so one up. All right, we should see the both pace vehicles pull off this time. We do. We should have a start at the top line. Here they come. We're green. Is it a good start? No start. No start. No start. No start. No start. They'll have to line them back up. No start. No start. Two cars getting together. Marty Ling and Stevens getting together, knowing that the yellow flag is out, gentlemen. You best hold your positions, and it's going to be another restart. Here they come now. Frankie Kerr on the inside. On the outside, Marty Ling. Here they come down into 3 and 4. They work them down into 4. Here they come. All 4. We're green. We're gone. Frankie Kerr takes the lead down in 1 and 2 turn. Marty Ling right behind him, but here comes the car number 8. Bobby Allen. Allen now up to second. Here comes Randy Kinzer. Kinzer on the move in 14. Kinzer now trying to take every second out of turn 2. He doesn't. Randy Kinzer on the move right behind Frankie Kerr down turn number 14. Kinzer's on the move. Randy Kinzer goes up high on Frankie Kerr. Kerr shuts the door out of turn number 2 and up the back chute. Frankie Kerr doing a well of a job, but here comes Randy Kinzer on strong up high. Off turn 4, will. Down into 1 to go. Side by side. Out of turn 2, up the back chute. Randy Kinzer takes over the lead. He's still going. Randy Kinzer, your leader, car number 14. Kinzer at 14. He's going to put a lap down. Tell him to turn the lights off on that truck. Oh, man. Here they come, you guys. Right here's the one that went over. I'd say that's who they're calling it on. Ron Marks over the backstretch in 4M. Well, the next time by we should go green. Are you all ready? Can't hear you. Are you all ready? He didn't get the green, did he? We've got one in the mud. Marty Ling stuck in Leighton Stewart over there. Pitts. Randy Kinzer will bring him around to car number 14. Frankie Kerr right on his back bumper. Here they come. Off a number turn 4, and we're green where he should be. Not going to go this time. We are going. I don't know how he starts. How's he starting on light? Green over here again. Kinzer gets down up high, but here comes Frankie Kerr on the inside. Frankie Kerr makes the pass, takes the lead back over down in 1 and 2 turns. Here comes Jonathan Stevens down on the inside of Horton. Stevens gets down on the inside of Horton now. Here comes Kinzer back down. He wants to get that first place back over. Oh. recovery now, wasn't it? Frankie Kerr in car number 23S, your winner. Rocky Hodges brings them around. On 4, we're green, we're going. John Ivy takes off with the lead down in turn 1. Here comes Sarah Fisher down on the inside of Rocky Hodges. Fisher comes up to second quickly. Sarah Fisher in at number 9 got that car settled down. She's up to second. Chad Cannonball now coming up into the third spot. Cannonball in car number 15 on the move. Gombrick also on the move in car number 92G. Joey Saldana now on the move in car 17. Saldana on the move. John Ivy right up front. He leads the field around with Sarah Fisher. Gombrick now gets down to the inside and Tad Kavanaugh. They battle for the third spot as they head out of turn number 2. Gombrick will take over the third spot. Here comes Tad Kavanaugh right back for more. Joey Saldana now makes it up into the top 5. Joey Saldana up to 6. He's looking for that fifth and final transfer spot. Ryan Smith trying to hang on to Gombrick now down on the inside of Sarah Fisher. He takes over second. Meanwhile, up front, John Ivy still brings the field around in a 5i car. Dave Dixon is now battling with Joey Saldana in the car number 8H and going pit side. Rocky Hodges going pit side in 8H. 2 laps to go for the gentleman up front right now, the 5i of John Ivy. White flag out this time by Dave Dixon and Joey Saldana really putting on a show. Saldana in car 17 running at car up high. There comes your winner, John Ivy. Gombrick will finish up second. Sarah Fisher in third. Chad Kavanaugh, Brian Smith, Joey Saldana, and Dave Dixon. And Eric Heisel. So your winner going back pit side from Fremont, Ohio, in car number 5i, John Ivy.
Calendar up today, 20 out of the 38 stand right there. Okay, there were 10 cars in the back, they were lined
Yes.
up correctly.
Everybody made it.
They were lined up correctly. Yeah.
Landon Stover on the inside in car number 2M, and right beside of him, on there, Brooke Tatnell. Brooke Tatnell on the outside. Here they come. No start, no start. It's on yellow. It will be a no starter, no starter. Jumping on the start, they'll just have to line them back up. Landon Stover on the inside. Brooke Tatnell on the outside.
Tatnell, I guess.
Tatnell in car number 7K. Hi, yes. Tatnell is from Sydney, Australia. We are set to go.
Tatnell.
Tatnell. We're green, we're gone. Kevin Huntley dived down to the inside, but he didn't get around him this time. Landon Stover and Tatnell really battled as they come off at turn 4. Almost 4 abreast as they head down into turn number 1. Kevin Huntley trying to put a move up the back chute. Rodney Duncan brings the lead as it comes into 4, but here comes Huntley in car 7. Kevin Huntley now takes over the lead. Rodney Duncan goes to the outside. Here they come. Well, keep your eyes on the lights. We're green, we're gone. Jim Neer, he's coming up through the pack, the 00 on the move. Kevin Huntley brings him down off of turn number 4 across the stripe with Todd Kane now. Kane up to second in car number 78. Rodney Duncan and Jim Neer, they're on the move. Neer down on the inside of Duncan. Jim Neer and Duncan brings him down across the stripe this time, halfway going in the book. We're halfway down this time by Kevin Huntley, still your leader in car number 7. Todd Kane trying to put a move on Kevin Huntley. Here comes Neer now and Rodney Duncan. Kevin Huntley brings him down off of turn number 4, puts another left to the book. Todd Kane right behind him in car number 78. Then Neer and 00. This time by, we're looking at 2. 2 to go. Kevin Huntley leads him down into 1 and 2 turn, but here comes Todd Kane high on the outside. Kane gets to the outside. Here they come. White flag this time by. 1 to go. Huntley, he's going to have to hold him up. Up the back chute they'll go. White flag this time by. 2M pit side. 2M pit side. Here they come off 4. Here comes the winner off 4. It'll be Kevin Huntley. Todd Kane will finish up second. Jim Neer. Rodney Duncan and Tim Kerr. Then Rusty McClure, car number 95.
Okay, kids, we got about 5 races. We'll come back out with our dash and speed.
Now with the dash. Hope our photographer will need you right there after this is over. We're green and gone. Tim Kern takes off of the lead in car number 28K. Chad Kinnelaw gets down to the inside of Kern's now coming down off of turn number 4. 1 lap going in the book. Brandon Kinzer, car number 14 on the move. Kinzer now on the move in car 14. He brings that car number 14 up to second. Lap number 2 going in the book. Chad Kinnelaw hanging on to the 3rd spot in car number 15. White flag this time by. 1 to go. Here comes your winner, down on the turn number 4. Who's it going to be? Kinzer gets high. Here they are. It's going to be Kinzer. Hey, man, you got to fix the mic for me. Okay, you got it.
Mario, why don't you handle that front sheet presentation, buddy, while I'm getting the beer in.
Down there now. Pace truck going off the track on the backstretch. We're set to go. Brent Mann down on the inside. He'll bring the field to life with Joey Saldana in car 17. Officer number 4, we're green, we're gone. Saldana takes off the lead, but here comes Joey Saldana now. Brent Mann in car number 19 tries to take the lead. Yellow, yellow! Yellow right down here in turn number 1. We've got a car setting here. Here they come. We're green, we're gone. Everybody making it through turn 1 and out the back chute. car number 47 having problems down in turn number 1. Will be turned off and we should go green. Joey Saldana, your leader in car number 17. Mark Keegan in X. Brent Mann in 19. Here they come. We're green, we're on. Leader in 4.
I don't know what's up with the cannon, but it looks like we're ready to go. We're 4 wide. Joining me up top here, Dean Jacobs, a little bit unfortunate, didn't qualify. Who's going to win this thing?
I don't know. Joey started on the front row. If he takes his time and gets the lead on the start, I think it'll be tough. Pretty much following leader, ain't going to be a lot of passing going on.
30 laps. We ought to get lap traffic, then maybe we'll get something.
Yeah, lap traffic's got to play a big role. The guy can get through the lap cars, he's going to do really well. It's going to be interesting. A lot of good cars with Frankie and Kennedy and Keith back in the back. It'll be interesting to see how far up front they get.
All righty, 30 laps. We're going to see what happens. Skyline Speedway, front row, you got Kern, Saldana, Stevens, Kinzer, Neer, Gobrecht, Kinzer, Mann, Teeple, Weaver, green flag waving. Saldana lead him through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. Kern runs second, Jim Neer third. Kelly Kinzer works to the bottom of Stevens for fourth. better view of that. What happened there, bud?
He got his left front over that big mud berm on the bottom there and broke the left front off the car, and I seen him start digging in the mud there, and I knew he was in trouble, and it just flopped over on the side. I'm sure he's okay.
Yeah, you can tell he's crawling out, maybe getting a little bit of mud on his elbows. He looks all right. Red flag waving. We got 4 laps down, 26 to go, but we'll double check that. Okay, during the quiet, we got a red flag. Dean, if you were out there, or what are these guys doing?
I'm sure them guys, a lot of them are probably siping their tires up so they can keep the heat in them, get the heat right back in them when they start to race back up. Probably telling Joey just to be patient and run the car just like he's been doing, because he's rolling around there nice and easy. When you're out front there by himself, you don't have no traffic, it's making it real easy. And most of the guys are probably siping their tires. I'm not sure there's a whole lot they can do to their cars right now. And I don't think anybody's really that bad. I don't know how good you can do when the track's this bad. It's just hard to pass. So they're probably not doing a whole lot, just trying to talk over how they can pass.
What's siping their tires?
Siping their tires, I take a grooving iron, and instead of putting a groove in the tire, it's actually just like a knife, 2 little knife holes, and this puts a slice down through the tread itself. And what it does, it lets the heat enter the rubber a lot quicker, and the more heat you can get into them, then the quicker the tire will take off. And then also it'll let, on a yellow flake, it'll let the heat back out of the tire, so it'll cool down and it'll take off again.
The 78 of Todd Kane back on 2 wheels anyway, getting towed off. Just a short amount of time. Guys will be ready to go, and we'll try and get this thing going again. Four down, 26 to go. Saldana leads it. Kern runs second. Near up to third. Kelly Kinzer hanging on to fourth. Gobrek, not too bad, up to fifth. Then you got Kemenall, Randy Kinzer, Kevin Huntley, Jonathan Stevens, Bobby Teeple, Sarah Fisher, Brooke Tatnell. Then you got Weaver, Kerr, Keegan, then Duncan Herman. Man faded a little bit. He had a good starting spot. Dean says he's fast. He was fast time too. So the worst he had to start was 8. Stinson, Kaufman, Ivy, Kenny way back there. Brian Smith. Oh yeah, Dean, you were saying about Joey's wing?
Yeah, Joey's got his wing cranked back pretty far. I noticed a lot of the guys do. It's so slick. Only way they're getting any forward drive is get that wing back, get that rear tires planted in the racetrack. I noticed Kevin Huntley made a pretty good charge there, and it looked like I said, Brett Mann at fast time started 8th. He's really backed up. He must have had some problems in the first few laps.
Well, we're going to try and go next time. The code's on the front stretch. I think they even hired a guy to work it. Saldana, Kern, Neer, Kinzer, Kelly-like, and Gobrek.
Car number 17, they'll bring him down over turn number 4. We'll look for a green this time by.
Green flag waving. Kelly Kinzer ducks to the bottom of Neer for third. Randy Kinzer drives around everybody for fifth. Kelly racing with Tim Kern for second. He'll take the spot on the $4,000 richer, the 4K of Kelly Kinzer. What'd you think of that, Dean?
I looked like Kelly Kinder kind of racetrack. I told my wife when we got here tonight, I seen this racetrack. Kelly and Frankie were going to shine, and Kelly qualified pretty good. Got himself up front in the start, and I knew he was going to be tough to handle. Him and Frankie are both really good on these tracks, and you get him up front when it's like this, he's going to win the race most of the time.
Well, I thank you for talking with us tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to talk to you in Victory Lane. We'll have to get you in the show.
Yeah, we'll run more of my kind of racetrack tomorrow night, so things will be a little different. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Dean. All right, standing here in Victory Lane, Kelly Kinzer. Good job, buddy.
Thank you very much. We really need that. You know, we had a bad night Sunday night and got in a little crash and went to tail and bent something, so just turned things around, and I'm just glad we got it.
You look good working the bottom. The track come around for you.
Well, the dash, I tried a little harder tires, and man, I couldn't get out of the way of the push truck, so I just went a little softer rubber, and that's about all I did, and the old car took off.
All right, well, $4,000 helped you out a lot. Congratulations, way to go.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Kelly. There you go. You're long. Thank you. Say these fans, come here. Sure.
Hey, I'll tell you, here's Bert, the man behind the scenes. Bert, a great job here tonight.
Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty interesting show, and on behalf of the All-Stars, I want to thank the management for at least running it great, because 90% of any place else that you went, they would cancel the show, The track's slick, and, but at least we got to race, the fans got to see a race, and it turned out pretty darn good.
I'll tell you what, let's give him a big round of applause. Bert right here from the All-Stars. Thanks, Bert.
Get in here, Jerry. Who hold this in?
Can't have nickels in there.
There's the car around. Thank you, Jerry. All right. Oh, now I know why Jerry wanted to raise your head. Oh, now I know why Jerry wanted to raise your head.
It's Wednesday, KC Raceway, Chillicothe, Ohio. We've got 2 races in so far. Guy finished second in both of them. Current point leader, Joey Saldana. Welcome to KC.
I'm glad we're here after last night. I'm just glad to get out of there and get to a racetrack where you can go pretty fast.
Yeah, had a little bit of trouble. Had to run the B main. That's not usual for you.
Well, that track was slick, and you got to stay on top of it. And we just screwed up in the heat, and we almost screwed up in the B. And luckily, we ran the B because it got us going in the feature, and we run second. So we're pretty happy with that.
KC is a whole different ball game. Looks like you got a little bit of water out there. Anything special that you do for this place that you normally wouldn't do anywhere else, or it's just drive as hard as you can all the time?
Drive as hard as you can. That's what I try to do everywhere. It's just some tracks don't let you drive too hard. Like last night, the harder you drove, the slower you went, and I had to figure that out. And once I figured that out, we kind of got going pretty good. And here, it don't matter if it gets slick or not. You can drive real hard, and the harder you drive, usually the faster you go.
All righty. Well, you're currently in the driver's seat in points, but 2 seconds. Let's see if we can get you a win.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All righty. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Tied for 3rd in Ohio Speedweek points, the driver of the U2, Keith Kaufman. Pretty good battle with Kelly Kinzer in the heat last night.
Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, we had a pretty good race. I started up front, and he come up, mixed it up a little bit, and ended up winning the thing, but we had a good race.
So far, you got like a 5th and a 9th place finish. What's it take to get this car up front here?
Well, we've been We've been kind of struggling all year, you know, but I think actually we're getting better. You know, we ran third the other night at Eldora on a big, vast racetrack, and we've been struggling a little bit with our motors trying to get them tuned right. And we ran third. We had a good run, time good. So I think it's starting to come around now. We just need to get the right brakes.
Last night wasn't too good of a judge on how your motor would be. Tonight, hopefully, we'll have a little bit better track. We'll see what you can do here.
Well, yeah, last night's real dry, slick. It's a pretty neat little racetrack, but just real dry, slick. And we went out pretty early, and it seemed like it got a little better in the end. But you know, that's just the way the ball rolls. But hopefully, we'll have a good run tonight.
Anything different you might do for KC other than any other track, or pretty much just go as hard as you can?
Well, you got to go as hard as you can and hope you got your best motor in, because it's a nice, fast racetrack and a neat place to race.
Well, currently third in points. A win ought to bump you up there a little bit. Fifth and ninth. Let's see if we can do better than that.
All right, we'll try tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
In car number 94 out of Holmesville, Ohio. Kenny certainly been one of the tough contenders always here at KC Raceway. The track record holder, Kenny Jacobs. It's a J&J chassis and a Kreiner racing engine. Tim and Gene Hughes, the owner of the car. Kenny Jacobs. 11.510. The first lap for Kenny Jacobs. A little bit quicker that time. 11.329. 11.329, the official time for Kenny Jacobs in car number 94 from Holmesville, Ohio. Jim Neer. And it looks like he's got a problem right off. Jim Neer out of Piketon, Ohio. Need to check that driver out immediately. So, okay, let's hear it for Jim Neer. There he is. Jim Neer out of Piketon, Ohio, and certainly a little bit of a problem there, and I'll tell you what, they've got a good pit crew back there. Good possibility these guys can be back out here before too long. Okay, it looks good. The next time around, we're going to wave it at them. We're going racing with our first sprint car heat All-Star Circuit of Champions Speedweek. White line down in turn 4. Like to get a good side-by-side start on that front row. Looks good. They begin to accelerate just a little bit now. They got the hammer down. Stinson gets a slide edge over Kemenall. Stinson got a pretty good lead in car number 99. Kemenall in 15. Kenny Jacobs in 94. On the bottom and on the move now. Kelly Kinzer in car number 4K. Back to fourth. Jacobs in the third. Jimmy Stinson, Chad Kemenall, Kelly Kinzer, Kenny Jacobs, Butch Schroeder, Sarah Fisher. Jimmy Stinson now with a pretty good lead, but Chad Kemenall puts a move on him now down in turn 4. Stinson being pressured by Chad Kemenall for that number 1 position. Now goes in the third, dropping Kelly Kinzer back to fourth. Butch Schroeder is fifth. Jimmy Stinson in car number 99 still holding on to the lead. Kemenall in 15. Jacobs in 94. Kelly Kinzer in 4K. Schroeder in 17. In car number 99 continues to lead it, but Kavanaugh has put a lot of pressure on him in that car number 15. Jacobs still runs in the third spot. Kelly Kinzer is fourth. Fifth is Butch Schroeder. Sixth, Sarah Fisher. Seventh, James Fisher. Pardon me, Charlie Fisher. Stinson right in the high side, still continues to lead it in 99. Kavanaugh gains a little bit in 3, but loses it all down the front stretch. Kavanaugh in 15, still holding on to the number 2 spot. Kenny Jacobs running third in car number 94. Fourth is Kelly Kinzer in 4K. Fifth, Schroeder in 17. A white flag lap now for Jimmy Stinson. Chad Kavanaugh, Kenny Jacobs, Kelly Kinzer, Butch Schroeder, Sarah Fisher, Charlie Fisher. Jimmy Stinson about to come around, and Kavanaugh trying him, but couldn't do it. Jimmy Stinson out of Englewood, Ohio, in car number 99, your winner. Kavanaugh in 15 was second. Third was Kenny Jacobs in 94. Then it was Kelly Kinzer in 4K. Then it was Schroeder in 17. Sarah Fisher in 9. Like I mentioned, Jim Neer had a crew back there could really work on that race car. Believe me, they got it back out here. Certainly a lot of hard work to be done, but they made it. We're about to get the hammer down with our second All-Star heat. Look good. Allen and Cheney. Allen out front in car number 1A. And looks like we got Bobby Jeeple real high over there in turn 2. Bobby Allen 1A still on the lead. Cheney in 42. Randy Kinzer in 14. Keith Kaufman just goes into the 4th spot in U2. Randy Kinzer putting the move now, trying to take away the number 2 spot from Rob Cheney. Bobby Allen, Randy Kinzer, Rob Cheney, Keith Kaufman, Frankie Kerr, Scott Miller. Pretty good lead in that car number 1A over second place Randy Kinzer in car number 14. Kaufman in the U2. Ralph Cheney in 42, Kerr in 23. Frankie Kerr just went into the 4th spot now in that car number 23, dropping Cheney back to 5th in car number 42. Bobby Allen, Randy Kinzer, Keith Kaufman, Frankie Kerr, Ralph Cheney, and Scott Miller, and Jim Neer. Your new leader now. Randy Kinzer in 14, your leader. Allen in 1A, Keith Kaufman in U2, Kerr in 23, Scott Miller in 5M, Jim Neer in 00. Randy Kinzer, Keith Kaufman, Bobby Allen, Frankie Kerr, Scott Miller, Jim Neer. Randy Kinzer in a white flag lap. Keith Kaufman, Frankie Kerr, Bobby Allen. Jim Neer and Scott Miller. Randy Kinzer coming around with that checkered flag, and there he is, Randy Kinzer. Then it's Keith Kaufman, Frankie Kerr, Bobby Allen, Jim Neer, Scott Miller. Randy Kinzer, there he is. Let's hear it for Randy Kinzer. Then it was Keith Kaufman in that U2, Frankie Kerr in 23. Not only that, I don't. Hey, where's his 4X?
We had him in the last because I thought somebody said he put him in the last heat, he couldn't be ready.
Eddie Sloan's in this heat as well in that car number 4X out of Ashland, Kentucky. About to get the hammer down. Looks good. Got him gone. Don't back off too much. Judy Bates in 121. Now Jonathan Stevens takes over the lead in that car number 4J. Jonathan Stevens in. It's Judy Bates in the 121 in that second position. Rodney Duncan in car number 22 trying to go into that number 2 spot. Jonathan Stevens in 4J. Duncan in 22. Bates in 121. Just goes into the 3rd spot in car number 92. Dean Jacobs just goes into the 4th spot in the white 92. Jonathan Stevens, Rodney Duncan, Kevin Gobrecht, Kennington, Dean Jacobs. And we've got Judy Bates down here spinning out in turn number 4. Judy Bates in car number 121, the reason for this caution flag. Judy Bates in 121, the reason for this caution flag. We'll need a push truck in turn 4, please. A push truck in turn 4. Left rear flat tire.
I'm going to leave the 4J one more time. If it's on the rim, we have the black light. I know it's been changing from my hair here. It's on the rim. You look good, 7 down.
They're looking it over now to figure out what Jonathan Stevens can do in this situation.
Just looking at it. Tell them to look at this tire.
Black flag.
Okay, they're going to black flag Jonathan Stevens.
There is no way he can finish that race the way it is.
So the competition director called that shot and said there's no way that safely he could run under those conditions. So Jonathan Stevens in the infield out of this heat race with a flat tire. And certainly a tough break for Jonathan Stevens running up front that heavy. In 92, Kevin Huntley in 7, Rocky Hodges in 8H, Ed Neumeister in 11, Brett Mann in 19, Eddie Sloan in 4. And on the tail in car number 121 is Judy Bates. She was the reason for this caution flag. Started on the front stretch. Looks good. We've got the hammer down and we're gone. Rodney Duncan continues to lead it. Calling it back. Caution out another time.
What was the reason?
So we're going to do it another time. Okay, Duncan's got the hammer down now. Dean Jacobs moves in now in that car number 92. Dean Jacobs on the move. Jacobs in 92, Duncan in 22, Gobrecht in 92. Rodney Duncan, Kevin Gobrecht, Kevin Huntley, Rocky Hodges, Ed Neumeister. Dean Jacobs really got Denny Ashworth's car humming here tonight. At car number 92, stretching his lead over second place Rodney Duncan in 22. Running third is Kevin Gobrecht in car number 92. Fourth, Kevin Huntley in car number 7. Then it's Rocky Hodges in 8-8. Ed Neumeister in 11. A white flag lap for Dean Jacobs. Rodney Duncan, Kevin Gobrecht, Kevin Huntley, Rocky Hodges, Ed Neumeister, Brett Mann. Dean Jacobs. Rodney Duncan, Kevin Gobrecht, Kevin Huntley, Rocky Hodges, and Ed Neumeister. Okay, race fans, let's hear it for Dean Jacobs. Here he is, Dean Jacobs.
7, 8, 8, 11, 10.
Race truck sponsor, General Motors Corporation, GM Powertrain Group, United Specialties Heat Race. Greg Wilson and Tim Allison about to put the hammer down with our fourth heat. Looks good. They begin to accelerate just a little bit, coming into Horn out. He got it down. Out early in that car number 99, Tim Allison in 11, Brooke Chatnell in car number 7, but Joey Saldana on the move now. We've got a spin out, but he keeps on going, so everything is okay. Brian Paulus done a 360 and kept on going. Wilson, Allison, Saldana, Chatnell, and Keegan. We've got a caution. Smith in the 2+, the reason for this caution flag. What did you think of Brian Paulus doing that 360 over there in 4 and keep on going? So Greg Wilson about to put the hammer down in that car number 99, and if Allison wants to do anything about it, he might hug it up tight right on that back Nerf bar of Greg Wilson. Restarts. You snooze, you lose. $880 in that 50-50 drawing. Going up and up and up. Greg Wilson, Tim Allison, Joey Saldana, Brooke Chatnell ready to go at it. And they got him gone. Joey Saldana, a good move, trying to move in on Allison, but couldn't quite do it. So Wilson continues to lead it. Allison at 11, Saldana, and then it's Brooke Chatnell. Keegan and X beginning to move up now. Greg Wilson, Jim Allison, Joey Saldana. Jim Allison still holds on to that number 2 spot. Saldana's going to try him again. Now Joey Saldana moves in the number 2 spot. Greg Wilson in 99. Saldana in 17. Allison in 11. Chatnell in 7. Keegan in X. Kane in 78. Joey Saldana, Jim Allison, Todd Kane, Brooke Chatnell, Mark Keegan. Joey Saldana just taking over the lead now. Todd Kane trying to make a move for that 3rd spot. Saldana in 17, a white flag lap for Joey Saldana. Greg Wilson, Todd Kane, Tim Allison, Brooke Chatnell, and Mark Keegan. Checkered flag comes out for Joey Saldana. Greg Wilson, Todd Kane, Tim Allison, Brooke Chatnell, and Mark Keegan. Okay, race fans, let's hear it for Joey Saldana. There he is, Joey Saldana. 2nd generation driver. 2nd spot. Greg Wilson held on for that, and then it's Todd Kane in 78. Brooke Chatnell. So, Paulus didn't make it. Looks like Brian Paulus in car number 28P has scratched from this event. Who? Bud Horton also scratched in car number 80. So those two cars unable to make the field in this C main. Chuck Burton and Bobby Teeple. Ken Burton out early in that car number 6C. Bobby Teeple in car number 8T. Scott Jones in car number 8. Out front real quick in car number 6C. Then it's Bobby Teeple in car number 8. Scott Jones in 8 running third. Tim Kern in car number 28. Ken Burton, Bobby Teeple. Scott Jones still running in that third spot. That car number 8J. Fisher beginning to move up in car number 48J. Ken Burton now with a pretty good lead in car number 6C. Over second place Bobby Teeple in 8T. Tim Kern in car number 28K on the move too. And we got one off the racetrack over in turn number 2. Looked like Scott Jones in car number 8J went off the racetrack over in turn 2. Caution flag for Scott Jones out of Bravona, Pennsylvania. Took it off the racetrack, drove it straight off. Okay, he is okay. Scott Jones is okay. So, don't know about the car. As I understand it, it did roll. Ken Burton about to put the hammer down on the front stretch here, along with Bobby Teeple in that car number 8T, and then Tim Kern in car number 28, and James Fisher in 48J. With a pretty good lead over Bobby Teeple in that car number 8T. Tim Kern trying to hold on to that third spot. Craig McGuire just went into the fourth spot in car number 4. James Fisher back to 5th now in car number 48J. Brian Smith trying to come up there in that car number 2 plus. A white flag lap now for Ken Burton, Bobby Teeple, Tim Kern, Craig McGuire, James Fisher. Checkered flag about to come out for Ken Burton in that car number 6, and there he is. Bobby Teeple, Jim Kern, Craig McGuire. James Fisher. So Brian Smith made it, James Fisher made it, Craig McGuire made it. Let's hear it for Ken Burton, race fans, as he comes down the front stretch here in that car number 6. Also, the 28K of Tim Kern made the feature, or made it into the B, pardon me. Should say into the B, not the feature. Okay, let's hear it for Ken Burton. He worked hard for that one. Way to go, Ken. Good job. Ken Burton.
Thank you.